morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to yet another Zima Walk and Talk. Happy to have you you're here. Oh boy, are we in for a treat. Oh, get it? Because Zima Walk and Talk. Dogs. Anyway, happy you're here. Happy you're joining us today. How's everybody doing? What's the claim to fame? We got a bright sunny day ahead of us. Look at that. Boom. No eclipses. Not in this economy. Not anymore. Anywho, hope you're having a wonderful day, week, month, year. We're still in 2024, still killing the game. We're almost at the 6-month mark, which is kind of crazy to see. But it's happening. We're getting there, making things happen. Yeah, I wanted to tell this little story. I was actually talking to a friend of mine. Come on, let's go. Talking to a friend of mine, and we were talking about goals and talking about goals versus planning and taking action. And I'm kind of conflicted when it comes to this topic because it's dependent on a few factors. So anyway, the story, me and my friend were just talking about goals in general. He was mentioning how, people will talk about what they want to do. I want to have a family. I want to get higher up in corporate ladder, or I want to get a raise, or I want to get a promotion, or things like this, right? I want to get a car. I want these things that people will talk about. I want my business to do better. I want to scale it. Things that people talk about, their goals and the like. And it's great. Like it's encouraging to know that people are actually thinking about goals, right? Come on, let's go. And sometimes it comes down to a point where, come on, let's go. Sometimes it comes down to a point where they talk about their goals so much that they don't even get anything done, which is actually kind of almost oxymoron-ish, where they talk so much about their goals that they don't do anything about it. They don't take any action. They don't take the necessary steps. Even though they know what to do and how to go about it, they won't do it. And my question ultimately is like, why, right? And there's been studies that show that when you talk about your goals, when you talk about the things that you want to do, that it releases, I believe, dopamine or something like that in your brain, as if you accomplish the thing, right? Studies show that. Now, do I believe it, that it's the end all be all and it's the one thing and only thing that's not going to get you through it? I'm not sure. And this is why we had the discussion, because there was a part of me that believed that there was a way to go around it. And of course, there were other factors involved. Like I said earlier, who you're talking to and how you're talking about it. Like, those things actually matter too, which could be a make or break moment. So overall, yes, it can be harmful in some senses if you're talking to the wrong people about your goals. But imagine if you talk to the right people about your goals, people who are going to get you to that next step, people who are going to give you the guidance, wisdom, the counsel, the necessary insight, foresight that you'll need to succeed, to get to that next level, to take that necessary action. That can make or break, you getting to where you need to be. But also there's other factors involved too. There's self-determination, discipline, and everything else that comes along with pursuing your own goals. But what I find interesting is there is a lot of people who walk the walk and don't talk it, and you see it. You can obviously see it. They have ambition. They have the desire is there, but they're not taking, right, the necessary actions to get said thing done. So I thought about it throughout the last 48 hours as I'm going through, this entrepreneurial journey. It's been a while. It's been interesting, and it's been scary, and it's been very. I've gained a lot of insight, if anything. at the end of the day that I'm super grateful for, because otherwise I wouldn't have the experience that I do have from it now.
When should I schedule it for?
Oh, hi. But yes, there is a pros and cons about talking about your goals. Do you want to talk about your goals to someone who's not going to get you to where you need to be? You could. No one's stopping you. There's no reason why you couldn't. But think about who you could talk to your goals about, knowing that perhaps there's a possibility that you might be at a disadvantage by talking to the wrong people about your goals. Not to say that mom or dad or brother, sister, cousin, best friend growing up isn't going to help you get to your goals, but finding the right people, mentors, coaches that have the ability, the connections, the networking, and the tools that you'll eventually need. They have the necessary steps. They know what the path is like. They know what the journey is like. And they can help you get through those various things that you would never see coming. So the reason I bring that up is there's a lot of people in the world that will always try to give you their best advice, but you have to ask yourself, well, what credentials do they have? What proof do they have? What proof of concepts do they have that this actually works? And this is actually the thing that you can do. And that's one of the key things about finding the right mentor, finding the right coach, is you need to find someone who's going to give you the right advice, even if advice sounds like good advice, sometimes isn't in the long run. But overall, you want to find people who are willing to grow with you, willing to grow for you, and be there with you when you need that help and assistance and that stability over time. And it's not easy. Like it's a whole battle in itself, trying to figure out what to do and how to go about it. When you find that right person in your life to be there for you, it's a game changer. It is a game changer indeed. Pause for 1 second. Also, side note, has anybody had weird dreams about your brakes? You're driving a car and your brakes don't work. Wonder what that dream means. Is that doubt? Is that guilt? I wonder. So, where would you go from here if you were in the situation where you want to grow, you want to thrive, you want to find that next step, but you're not quite sure how to go about it? Well, there's a couple things you can do. Easiest way, in my opinion, is go on YouTube and you start searching. You start looking for answers. You can start finding brands. And when I say brands, more people than brands, but finding people, brands that align with your ideals and your morals and your motivation, because there's some people, some coaches, some mentors out there that work better for some than others. For me, I really like people who are very stable, people who are very stern to their beliefs and principles. So you have people like Gary Vee, Alex Hormozy, people who are very passionate about not necessarily what they do, but who they are as a person. And they don't allow their personality to conflict with their business, because their business is their personality. And that's pretty key. That's pretty important when it comes to it down to the end of the day. Because if you're not you, then who are you? Ooh, scary. But in any case, yeah, that's one of the key things. Finding the right mentor for you, finding someone who relates to you that you can connect with on a level that you understand, that you appreciate, that you admire, and that can help you get to that next level. And then on top of that, you can surround yourself with the right people. There's plenty of Facebook groups, plenty of forums, plenty of even just like community chats where you can find either on Reddit, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, anywhere on the internet where you can find your people, your tribe, that's where you're going to grow, that's where you're going to thrive. And that's when you can be around that energy, that same vibe that you're looking for, you find the people who are in the same position as you. That is crucial. That is absolute. That's a game changer right there in itself. And when you can do that for yourself, you can put yourself at a huge advantage over anybody else in the game, anybody else in the market when you're trying to grow and thrive. It's kind of like when you're on let's just say a basketball team. Everyone who's on a basketball team, let's just say you're going through tryouts at the beginning of the season. You're going through the conditioning, you're going through training, you're going through all these things, all these challenges, all these tests, all these different things, is test your ability to see if you can keep up with running games back to back, right? But you also have people around you. Of course, that's your competition, but those are the people that are growing too. Those are people who also want the same thing you do. They want to be on the starting lineup. They also want to be the point guard. They also want to be the center. These are people that want certain things too, even though there's a competition, a spirit of competition, what is good. This is a sport. This is something we're trying to be better at. This is a way to self-improve. But at the same time, you have the spirit of camaraderie. You have the spirit of teamwork and cooperation. Like it's not the same necessarily as, working in a cubicle next to someone for 10 years. Like, yeah, of course there is an advantage there, but when you're able to cooperate, when you're able to work together and be together for an amount of time, struggle for an amount of time, you put yourself in such a huge step forward for yourself that you would have never seen otherwise. So keep that in mind. You can surround yourself with the right people. You can surround yourself with people who are at either the same level or higher than you, and you can gain that knowledge, that insight, and that wisdom based on experience and the people you surround yourself with. So keep those things in mind. Find the right mentor, find the right coach. Those are the game changers as you're going about your growth and finding that stride within yourself. Because at the end of the day, all it is you really just want to see growth within yourself, right? When you can find that growth within yourself, you just find that stride, that source, that pattern of doing the right thing, and you just keep going with it. And that's kind of the basis too of a good foundation. Good foundation is finding the right people, finding the right mentors and coaches to help you along the way, because they know what it's like. Coaches know what it's like to be in your position. Coaches know what it's like to be in your shoes. They know what it's like to wake up 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning to do drills, to eat 5,000 calories a day, to be conditioning for hours on end. Whatever that might be, coaches know what that's like. And that is huge. That is crucial. That is a game changer right there. So continue. Keep going. You're doing great. Just follow those 3 steps. Find the right mentor, find the right coach, and keep going. That's the claim right there. If you're trying to find a goal in that sense, you're going to do great. I believe you. Anyway, I think that's a good stopping point for today's Emo Walk and Talk. Yeah, we got a good one today. Glad we got to talk today, because it's been a while, or at least it's felt like a while. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and make sure to like and subscribe. Comment something you appreciate, something you enjoy from these Emo Walk and Talks, because they do come off the top of the dome. I don't really plan these things out anymore. I don't really need to. Whoop. But if you have something you want to be discussed, or to be on the travel pod or the Zima Walk and Talk, go and comment in one of my videos on Instagram, and we'll incorporate it. We love talking about things people love to talk about. We want to make sure everyone's dialed in. If you're struggling through something and you want clarification, or if you want verification on how to go about it, we're going to help you in any way, shape, form that we can. So if that's you, comment down below, or share this with someone who also might find value, because we don't gatekeep here on the Travel Pod or Zima Walk and Talk here at Low Profile Studios, Low Profile Growth. Also, we have our Patreon page if you want to support the growth, support the game. We got a Patreon page. We get exclusive content there. We'll make sure you're dialed in. We'll get you all in on what's happening right now. As well as Wednesday, we're running a webinar. So if you're interested in figuring out how to grow your brand, grow your business, figure out your tribe and such, we have that going Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard. Good times. We're having a great time. We love hanging around with all the peeps. Try to get around these cars here. Woo! Anyway, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Don't be low-hydrated. Stay hydrated. And we'll see you on the next Zima Walk and Talk. Peace!